Okay, we're getting Xin Zhao. There's another 1v1 choice. All right. I've been seeing more and more Xin Zhao in solo queue recently, so people are obviously liking some of those combat junglers on the side of KT. We mentioned the Ezreal. There has been Jhin Bust, Double Lift loving that one in the NALCS.
Yeah, but looking like an Ezreal, unless Deft wants to play with their hearts again, but the answer is going to be no. Ezreal Leona looked way too strong. They were even getting overboard with that pick. And no mana, no top lane Blitzcrank, unless they really wanted to get in the heads of MVP.
Showing some strange stuff. They show the top lane Annie, which is the famous Chinese counter pick into the Gnar that we see once in a while. But it's just going to be Smeb on Sion, going for the safest matchup possible. And how about an Ornn to make top lane the maximum non-interactive?
You call it non-interactive. I call it pretty boring, but it's probably what we're going to see. And it is going to be the Ornn picked up for the side of ADD. So obvious things about this game. We are going to be all excited about the Xin Zhao, how it can do up against scores. Olaf, if Beyond, seemed like in the last game he wanted to be really active in the bottom side doing the ganking style, but this time around he says, no, I want to be even more aggressive and just attack score directly. We'll see if it actually helps out MVP in Game 2.
You gotta say that the ult could be very valuable in team fights depending on how they're constructed, because Ezreal is mostly going to be doing damage from well out of the zone of safety, or the cone of safety, you would say. It comes through from the Xin Zhao ultimate now, after they changes a few patches ago. First Korean Xin Zhao in forever. I do wish we had this stat on screen. When we last saw Xin Zhao in the LCK has been so very long. But even after nerfs to Xin Zhao in recent patches.
And who's really going to be able to take down the Xin Zhao when he jumps in? That's going to be the question. Speaking of which, jumping on in, Smeb flashing early, but that's not really going to work as ADD. Is it going to work, though? It definitely does work. The double kill to Smeb, totally botched on the dive. That was not supposed to happen, and Smeb will say, thank you very much, double kill and double buff.
I saw it coming, Valdez, but that is a huge punishment on the Xin Zhao. And score stealing away blue can go for a very early Drake as well. Danking a Sion under turret always goes poorly, because remember, he has the passive, usually to answer at least a single kill. He gets the double, botched turret dive. Big win for KT.
Oh boy, and then you just have Deft come on over here. There's no pressure. The Leona guards for you. You can smite early if you absolutely need to, and a 3.5 minute Mountain Drake goes over. This is not what MVP wanted when they picked the Xin Zhao.
And also, when you consider the Xin Zhao pick, let's come together with what he's done here. He's gone for Xin Zhao. We'll halt the theory to watch the execution problems. They take the first turret shot, but because Smeb flashes away from the initial damage, ADD does very little in all of this, and then Smeb hits level 3 to get his W, to make Beyond look like the fool as well. But let's take a step back in theory craft. Why the Xin Zhao? Because he runs up to...
Never playing him, but actually, I would like to see it again in the future, just executed a little bit more
It's a really risky pick, but it works against Olaf. It wasn't used against Olaf, and now here is Olaf.
Yeah, Smeb's going to hit level 6 first, and ADD with no flash is just a sitting duck. See you later. Going to give that kill over to Score, the easiest gank you've ever seen.
And MVP would really like to restart.
Slightly buff him up, change him a bit, and then finally, once they gave him the cool avatar, everybody's like, well, now we got to play. And flash on to Beyond, actually. And here we go. Lana's going to be the only one. Ian in a lot of trouble, though, in the back line. Yukal trying to take him down, and there he goes. Now going to go 1v4. He's got the help of his team, though. There's nothing the Ornn can do, and this is a slaughter fest on the Rift as KT are playing with their food now. They're going to be diving as much as they possibly can. 3 kills. And probably the mid lane turret.
And Valdez is the sort of game where perfect game can be talked about very early. It is so hard for MVP to do anything till they have 2 to 3 items on their Corki and their Xayah, and that time should never come. The entire draft has fallen apart because of the mis-execution in the early game. It's a second Drake before even 11 minutes of hit. As score falls very low.
Oh boy. Disaster
for MVP. Not the one they want to show their fans when they may only have one more series to play this week.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned on MVP's side, they want to avoid relegations. Well, this is not the way to do it. As Ian, there was no hope in hell for him to get away. Beyond not really that tanky. Even with the Cinder Hulk, they just flash onto him after his ult is down. And again, no escape for the Xin Zhao. He gets caught, and he's dead.
It wasn't even perfect execution from KT. They missed a lot of Baron Pit to smite it away, which sounds crazy, but has been done by 2 teams already. Looking for Beyond.
Well, he only goes one way. No escape for our Xin Zhao as the damage is coming in. Max actually is going to be able to save his life for now, but they are going deep. KT, they got to be careful. We've seen this before. Don't want to play too much with your food. They're going to get the knock up here onto Sion, and Smeb will go down as KT once again look to make things interesting.
They just seem to not understand the mechanic with the Crescent Guard. Kept dumping damage from range into the Xin Zhao, wondering why he wouldn't die. Of course, is immune to damage outside of that fairly small AoE. They don't get the pick. Sion up the front too long. First attempt to close is botched. The moment that he ults, remember, that's the circle of safety. Def doesn't get in the circle, so does no damage to him throughout the majority, and the magic damage shield stops him from going down. To the Ezreal ultimate, Yukal can't follow in for damage. Smeb ends up being sacrificed, and MVP do buy themselves some more time that didn't buff.
Looking for a play onto Deft, actually, who will be knocked up, or was trying to be knocked up, and a flash comes out. Smeb gonna rotate on over. But again, just buying time for the top lane turret to take some damage here.
And no longer has the 8 shots, so previously, we'll see where MVP actually looks for the fight. They need to do it soon, as Eddie might just be dead.
They're gonna look to jump onto Smeb here, but look at how tanky he is. He doesn't take damage in the front line. They're gonna knock up Beyond now, and see you later, Xin Zhao. He didn't last very long. The scoop there on the Max, but Yukal just gonna trade his life and some space, but certainly that will mean a bunch more objectives going.
Replay. KT had already picked up 2 inhibitors in this push. They were going for that 3rd. Smeb in the front line, you already said it. Basically doesn't die, unable to be killed with 5 people auto-attacking in his general direction. Mata takes down Beyond, who does die very easily. Now, if this was able to hit Ian or
Score now running away, as nobody wants to ruin their KDAs at the end of this game, of course. They just want to pick up as many kills as possible. KDD gonna run in here. Smeb maybe trading his life in the end, finally. Oh no, he actually doesn't. He lived in the back line. There you go, double kill also. Gonna go over to Yukal. They want some more, but that's going to do it. The Nexus goes down at KT with a very clean day, 2-0 over MVP.
Less than 1 hour of game time for KT Rolster, able to take it